Well, hey everybody, Jonathan Doyle with you once again. Welcome back to the Daily Message. So glad you could join me for another little top up, another little tank fill of daily motivation, encouragement and inspiration. You know, the great Zig Ziglar, one of the great giants of personal development, said, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was along the lines of, people say that motivation doesn't last, that you can get pumped up, right, but it doesn't last. And he'd said, well, either does showering, and that's why we recommend it every day. I like that, right? It's not like you had a shower when you were 5, and you went, well, I've done that, I've showered, I'm never having another one. That would create problems, wouldn't it? So motivation and inspiration is something that we do regularly. It's something that I have to do regularly. The irony of my life being someone that talks about motivation and inspiration, where I battle with this, I struggle at times to keep myself moving forward in a positive frame of mind, right? I know people must see this channel and think that for me it's just like so natural, but it isn't. It's something I work at. It's something I do every day. If you're here for the first time, please make sure you've subscribed. Hit that great big subscribe button. Would be really good to have you do that, and grab a free copy of my book, Bridging the Gap. There's a link here. Or if you want to find out about coaching with me or booking me to speak somewhere, there will be links here either on the podcast version or YouTube, so please do that. Let's jump in. Today, we're going to do a quote from one of the great writers of American history, Mark Twain. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. This is really good. This is true because people who are operating at a high level in life, people who are happy, productive, energetic, doing useful, valuable things with their life, experiencing some success, tend to just want to share that with others. It's when people end up in a scarcity mentality, when people end up in a shrinking mentality, that the world's against them or there's not enough resources, not enough for everybody, that they'll tend to close in and then attack those who are trying to make change in their lives. Whereas people who are expansive and living some level of success tend to want you to do the same. There's this abundance thing that kicks in where successful people really tend to want you to be successful. So what Twain is reminding us of today is we want to keep a pretty close eye on the people that we are surrounding ourselves with. Now, I write about this in Bridging the Gap if you don't have a copy yet. It's what we call reference groups. It's this concept of the people that we surround ourselves with most of the time are going to have a significant impact on our lives. They just really do. It's not really complex, is it? If you're surrounded by a bunch of really negative people that constantly put you down, constantly make you feel uncomfortable, constantly tell you what you can't do, why you'll never. Here's an example. Karen and I actually had our first night away from the kids in about 5 years the other day. It was pretty cool. And we went and saw a movie together, and we saw Mark Wahlberg's new film, Father Stew, which I really recommend. It's an amazing film. And you see this tension between the character Stew and his father, who's played by Mel Gibson, and they just rip each other apart throughout the entire film. Until the very end, there's a resolution. I'm not going to spoil it, but I probably just did spoil it. But there's this constant tearing of each other down. They're just ripping at each other the whole way through. A lot of pain and unresolved issues there. But don't you find that's true? When people are hurt and damaged by life, they'll often constantly be cynical, negative. So you can't fix everybody. All you can do is live in forgiveness and be the best you can be. But some people are just going to stay bunkered down in misery. And if you get around those people and you're trying to grow and be positive, it's just rarely going to work out that well. So I do want to encourage you today to look into your friendships, look into the people that surrounded you. You can't tend to do this with family. Well, not your immediate family that you live with. It's a little harder. For me, in marriage and family life, that environment and any of the challenges in it are designed to help me grow and help me to love more. That's the purpose of marriage and family life. But in your extended family, you can allocate less time for people that are really proving to be very difficult. In your work environment, you can just go, I don't need to have a massive raging argument with people. I might just allocate less time in their company, or I was teaching someone the other day how to be a small target. There was somebody in a context who was constantly in conflict with somebody. And I told them to practice a small target strategy, which is like every time there's an interaction, don't exacerbate it. Don't keep it growing. Just whatever. Just smile and wave. That famous line from the Madagascar movie, smile and wave, guys, smile and wave. So I don't mean you put up with abuse. I don't mean you put up with intimidation. I just mean that you just don't waste any more time hanging around anybody that wants you to stay small. You're not responsible for them. You're not responsible for making them happy. You're responsible for doing you and living your life as effectively as possible. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you to Mark Twain. Get yourself around good people. I'm having lunch with somebody today who I just really admire. He's had a fantastic career. We just love each other's company. We have a good lunch today and just, riff on philosophy, politics, history, economics, enjoy some great food, and we just really, want to encourage each other and help each other to do well as, husbands and fathers and men and business operators. So there's a mutual kind of energy there that feeds on itself, and that's the kind of thing you got to go looking for. All right, friends, God bless you. Please make sure you've subscribed. Grab yourself a free copy of Bridging the Gap. Check out the other links for coaching and speaking. My name's Jonathan Doyle. I have another message for you tomorrow.